Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is noun phrase 235. The noun phrase today is sting operation. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right to it. If someone sets up a sting operation, or sometimes just called sting by itself, usually the police or a journalist, like an investigative reporter journalist, they try to lure or entice someone to commit a crime, especially someone suspected of already doing that activity, in order to catch them in the act and have all the evidence. Well, the investigative reporter may just try to show what kind of like bad or immoral behavior maybe a company or organization is doing, possibly illegal as well. All right, let's continue. All right, we have a second one that does not necessarily involve police or journalists. You could have a sting can also be used to mean a fraud or swindle by a criminal to cheat someone out of money. So this could be a criminal stinging somebody, a target or a mark that they're trying to get money from. All right, let's continue. The origin of the phrase is believed to come from the ideas of bees and honey. All right, police or journalists will impersonate criminals, to get in there. Or, well, the journalist, maybe he might pretend to be somebody else, but he's also kind of undercover, not letting them know who he is. Someone making an offer of something illegal. Once they offer the money or something else desirable, and the mark or the target takes it, this is sometimes called a honey trap. Okay. At this point, they take the bait, which represents the honey, and the police catching you and arresting you is the sting. Or if it's the investigative journalist, he will write a report on it or film a report on it, and that's kind of the sting in that sense. That term honey trap, I think I hear that is sometimes used by spies or like the CIA or something, sometimes to get either a politician or a very important person to maybe, I don't know, sleep with another beautiful spy so they can get dirt on them or get information too, or they can have blackmail material on them too. They sometimes refer to that as a honey pot as well. All right, let's continue. Okay, the term was popularized a lot by a 1973 movie called The Sting. It was very big in its day with Paul Newman and Robert Redford, who were really two top actors at that time, who play con men trying to sting a mafia boss. Well, this isn't as bold. They're con men, but they're also trying to con a criminal guy. A little bit like the more recent movies of all those oceans, like Ocean 10, Ocean 11, same sort of things. These are con men trying to con maybe a corrupt guy, so maybe you don't feel as bad because they're conning a crook who stole money from other people or somehow got it illegally. Okay. But anyway, we have three examples to show how we may use this. All right, here's the first one. Sting operations are often used by police, but in some places it could also be considered to be entrapment. Yeah, but we see this in the movies all the time. The police will try to buy drugs from the drug dealer, and then, once they got the evidence, they arrest them, or other criminal activity. They may set it up to see if they can get people to lure them, And again, so that's the honey and the arrest is the sting. All right, let's look at the second one. Investigative journalist, James O'Keefe, I think he's on his website, I think is Project Veritas. He often does sting operations to expose corruption or immoral behavior by organizations, sometimes politicians, and so on. So he also pretends, or he has people working for him to pretend, so that they can catch them on film and expose them. In that sense, it's a sting. But of course, they don't let them know exactly who they are. They're pretending to be somebody else in order to get that information. All right, and the third one here, the police will often set up a sting operation of a female police officer pretending to be a prostitute to catch Johns. Here we see this in the movies all the time. So the woman police officer pretends she's a prostitute, because it's also a crime to go with a prostitute. So the guy that goes with a prostitute is called a John. So they can catch Johns this way to make sure they don't do that as well. So this is technically this is another sting operation. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. I hope it's very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.